PL200 Microsoft Power Platform Functional Consultant Latest Exam Questions and Answers Set 2. A user has access to an existing common data service database. You need to ensure that the user can create Canvas apps that consume data from Dataverse. You must not grant permissions that are not required. Which out-of-the-box security role should you assign to the user? A. Environment admin. B. System customizer. C. Common data service user. D. Environment maker. A company deploys several model-driven apps. The company uses shared devices in their warehouse. The devices are always powered on. Users log on to the devices and then launch the apps to perform actions. Unauthorized users recently uploaded several files after another user failed to log out of a device. The company needs to prevent these incidents from occurring in the future. You need to configure the solution to prevent the reported security incidents. What should you do? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Answer. Under Prevent Unauthorized Access to Devices. Set a timeout in the Power Platform Admin Center. Under Prevent users from uploading a specific type of file. Enter the restricted file types in the SharePoint Admin Center. A company's sales staff wants a simplified way to manage their opportunities in Dynamics 365 Sales without adding custom code. You need to provide a solution for each requirement. Which solutions should you provide? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Answer area. Under Drag and Drop Opportunities to change the stage. Add a carbon control. Under Show each salesperson their opportunities in Calendar and Carbon view. Add both controls to the My Opportunities view. Under Show each salesperson the number of open opportunities by stage in a standard view. Use List view. You administer the Microsoft 365 and Power Platform environments for Contoso, Limited. The company has a model-driven app that is used to track customer interactions with employees. The app uses standard table types for customers. A user named Elizabeth Rice signs into the app by using the following sign-in name, elizabeth.rice@contoso.com. After marriage, Elizabeth changes her legal name to Elizabeth Mueller. You need to update the sign-in name for the user without losing any application history. Solution. From Dynamics 365 Settings, select Email Configuration. In the active mailbox for the user, update the name. Does the solution meet the goal? A. Yes. B. No. Answer B. You plan to implement Microsoft Dataverse. You must track changes for 2 columns in the account table. You must maintain a historical log of changes for the 2 columns and track only what is necessary. You configure the appropriate organization settings. You need to configure the system to track changes for the 2 columns. Which 2 actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Enable auditing for the account table. B. Enable auditing for the 2 specific columns. C. Enable change tracking for the account table. D. Enable change tracking for the 2 specific columns. Correct answer. A. Enable auditing for the account table. B. Enable auditing for the two specific columns. On a contact record, a user creates a note record that contains the word running. 1 week later, the user reports that they cannot find the contact record associated with the note record. You need to find the note record. Solution: use categorized search to search for the word run. Does the solution meet the goal? A. Yes. B. No. Correct answer. B. No. On a contact record, a user creates a note record that contains the word running. 1 week later, the user reports that they cannot find the contact record associated with the note record. You need to find the note record. Solution: use relevant search to search for the word run. Does the solution meet the goal? A. Yes. B. No. Correct answer. A. Yes. On a contact record, a user creates a note record that contains the word running. 1 week later, the user reports that they cannot find the contact record associated with the note record. You need to find the note record. Solution: use quick find search on the notes list to search for the word run. Does the solution meet the goal? A. Yes. B. No. Correct answer. B. No. You are implementing a model-driven app to support a new line of business. There are several places where automated business logic must be applied. You need to determine how to apply the business logic. Which method should you use? To answer, drag the appropriate methods to the appropriate business logic statements. Each method may be used once, more than once, or not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll to view content. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Select and place. Correct answers. Make a field read only until a predetermined value is exceeded using method business rule. Automatically send an email when a record status is changed to deactivated using method real-time workflow. Use the previous value of a field when value is automatically updated as part of the method using Power Automate Instant Flow. Your organization does not permit the use of custom code for solutions. You need to create a view that can be viewed by all users in an organization. Where should you create the view? A. Advanced Find. B. Entities component of a solution. C. Microsoft Excel template. D. Templates area. Correct answer. A. Advanced Find. You develop a Power Apps app. Users report that the main form does not display data from other entities or allow them to edit data from other entities. You need to embed information from other entities in the form and allow users to edit the data. Which actions should you perform? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Correct answers. Edit data, add a quick create form. View data, add a quick view. A company uses a Canvas app to manage production resources in a specific region. Employees must be at company locations to use the app. Due to a sudden requirement for employees to work remotely, employees no longer commute to a specific location to conduct their work and cannot access the Canvas app. You must reconfigure the app to ensure that employees only access the app from a limited number of locations. You need to restrict access to the app. Which components should you configure? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Correct answers. Ensure that employees can only access the app from a specific region using component Azure Active Directory. Specify the locations where a user can access the app using component conditional access policy. You attempt to deactivate several currencies in a Microsoft Dataverse environment. You are not able to deactivate one of the currencies. You need to determine why you cannot deactivate the currency. What is the reason? A. You are not the currency record owner. B. The currency is used by an active business process. C. The currency is the base currency. D. The currency is used by another record. Correct answer. C. The currency is the base currency. A user has access to an existing Microsoft Dataverse database. You need to ensure that the user can create Canvas apps that consume data from Dataverse. You must not grant permissions that are not required. Which out-of-the-box security role should you assign to the user? A. Environment admin. B. Basic user. C. Environment maker. D. System customizer. Correct answer. C. Environment maker. You are configuring Microsoft Dataverse security. You plan to assign users to teams. Record ownership and permissions will differ based on business requirements. You need to determine which team types meet the requirements. Which team type should you use? To answer, drag the appropriate team types to the correct requirements. Each team type may be used once, more than once, or not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll to view content. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Select and place. Correct answers. Ability to own records in Dataverse team type Microsoft Teams team. Provides permissions without a security role assigned team type access team. You created and published several Canvas apps. After 5 weeks, you decide to review your app's Power Apps analytics data. Will you be able to see the app's usage report for the last 5 weeks? A. Yes, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 45 days. B. No, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 40 days. C. Yes, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 90 days. D. No, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 28 days. E. Yes, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 180 days. F. No, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 15 days. Correct answer. D. No, because the Power Apps analytics retains data for the last 28 days. You need to set up authentication for the Power Apps portal based only on the OpenID Connect protocol. A. Azure ADFS. B. Facebook. C. Azure AD. D. Microsoft. E. Azure AD B2C. F. Google. Correct answers. C and E. You create an automation flow for the legacy desktop application using Power Automate Desktop Recorder. How does the recorder indicate the field and focus while capturing your operations with the legacy interface? A. The focused field is highlighted in yellow. B. The focused field is in a green box. C. The focused field is highlighted in red. D. The focused field is highlighted in green. E. The focused field is in a red box. F. The focused field is in a yellow box. Correct answers. E. The focused field is in a red box. You need to trigger a desktop flow built with Power Automate Desktop on your device by an instant flow. A. PowerShell. B. Web browser extension. C. Power Automate Desktop. D. Power BI Desktop. E. Microsoft SQL Express. F. On-premises data gateway. Correct answers: B, C, and F. You create several recordings of the actions you perform on your computer and group these recordings into activities by using Process Advisor. You complete the analysis of the recordings and want to know insights about the specific path. What are two visuals on the Process Analytics screen that can help you achieve your goal? A. Number of recordings. B. Variance by frequency. C. Recordings by time in min. D. Variance by time. E. Average time. Correct answers: B and D. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe channel for new updates.